Welcome back, Stassa 23 here, back again with some knife therapy, and today I have for you 10 exceptional small knives. All these knives will be 2.5 inches and under, so if you don't like small knives, you're not gonna like this video, so you might want to just click off. So let's get started. First up, you got one coming from Giant Mouse, and that is the Giant Mouse Ace Riv, Jesper Voxnay's design. This is an exceptional small knife because you can get your full 4-finger grip on there if you don't have super large hands. I have a medium-sized hand, medium-sized glove, and I can easily get 4 fingers on there because of this choke-up position. It's got LMAX blade steel, beautiful stone wash, nice micarta. You can get it in brass, all titanium, and maybe copper. LMAX steel, and these come in at $195. And I don't know if they're currently available, but they do, you know, small runs from here and there. A very cool knife. One thing that I did have a issue with in the beginning was the flipper tabs a little small and slippery. So at first, until it broke in, it was a little bit hard to get it to flip. But I love I love that Spidey flick action right there. Excellent little knife. All right, next up is coming from Willamette Cutlery, and that is his Busker. This is the Semper model. This just denotes the blade shape. They also have like a sheep's foot blade shape and like a talon looking blade shape with a recurve. M390 blade. This one has sculpted titanium, but you can get endless finishes on your titanium. Just about anything you can dream of, he can make happen. Titanium hardware, titanium backspacer, basically a floating backspacer. Kind of hard to show that. Comfortable. You can choke back on it. It's comfortable. 3 fingers right here. And the way this handle comes around, very comfortable, locks you in. But I can also choke up right here and get 4-finger grip if I squeeze them in there. Just a really cool knife. Mine has a regrind on it just because I wanted to get it a little bit thinner. But from Willamette, it's perfectly fine. These knives aren't cheap by any means, being that these are considered a mid-tech. So they come in at $495. Like that's like your base price with one with sculpting on it. And if that's entirely too expensive, I got a budget option, and that is the CJRB MAILEAH. This is an awesome little knife. AR RPM 9 steel. It's also a front flipper. Comfortable. The way this bulb is handled right there comes out. I can get a 3-finger grip on it, and when I'm cutting, I'm pulling back on it. And I did a review on pretty much all these knives, so if you want to check them out, go ahead. The AR RPM 9 steel is a stainless. It's a powdered version of 9CR 18 MOV. And so far, in my experience, it's an excellent budget steel, especially in that powdered form. Awesome, awesome little budget knife right here. And the designer Swags, super cool person as well. Deep carry pocket clip. That is the CJRB MAILEAH, coming in at $35. All right, coming in at number 3 is coming from SPYDERCO, and that is the SPYDERCO Dragonfly. Mine have aftermarket scales on it, but it's still awesome with the FRN scales. And not just any Dragonfly, the K390 Dragonfly. The reason I like this knife so much is because even though it's a small knife, I can still get a 4-finger grip with that choke up. So it's another one of those little big knives. Nice and slicey blade, thin blade stock. Nice and like needle-like point for doing some detailed tasks. Usually they're pretty darn smooth. Mine always break in very nicely. The K390 versions are $101. And I know that's, you know, a lot of these I need to get my head examined for spending that much on such a small knife. But if you like them, you like them. So if this one happens to be sold out, or you want one that's a little bit more robust, that doesn't come with FRN, good alternative is another SPYDERCO, and that is the SPYDERCO REINHOLD RHINO. Love that Persian style blade right there. This is my second RHINO. I bought the first one the day they released them at Blade Show, and I missed it ever since. You get the compression lock on this one, riding on washers, XHP, CTS XHP steel, comfortable ergonomics, and just a cool overall knife. The REINHOLD RHINO comes in at 140 bucks. Both of these are excellent little big knives. All right, next up is coming from Berg's Blades, and that is the Slim Mini 20 CV blade steel. This knife just has that custom feel and custom look to it. These I think were made by Wee Knives for Berg Blades. Just a cool little knife, very comfortable in hand for your 3-finger grip. You get a great sharpening choil, super smooth action on bearings, and I love that bolster lock with that micarta titanium bolster lock, and you get a micarta pivot collar. That's pretty darn sweet. And then the inside, Berg's Blades, just some awesome knives. Pretty much all his production runs come out really, really cool. These came in at $285, but I'm not sure if he's going to do another run of them. They're currently unavailable, so I put in a alternative to it that is available. It's coming from FINCH Knives. That is the FINCH Knives RUNTLY. I did the review on this one not too long ago. If you hadn't seen it, definitely go check this one out. Contoured G10 scales. You get somewhat of that cleaver-shaped blade, just like on the Mini Slim. 154 cm steel. Excellent action. Comfortable in hand. Get about a 3.5 finger grip from me. Sharpening choil. Just a very nice package. You get their little crest, glow-in-the-dark logo right there. High quality titanium milled pocket clip. And you can pick one of these Runtlys up for 139 bucks. Number 5, coming in from Quiet Carry, it is the Quiet Carry EDDY. This is just a cool streamline knife. You got thin scales, G10, peel ply, 20 CV blade steel, nice and slicey blade on washers. It's got a very, very smooth action. I mean, very smooth. Nice wire pocket clip. Comfortable for, its size. You can kind of choke up on there. Just got to be careful, especially if you have fat sausage fingers. Got that nice point for piercing. I've always liked Quiet Carry. They make a quality product. You can get these for $100. And if these happen to, these happen to not be available, an alternative to that would be from Wee Knives. That is the Wee Knives MOTE. This is an O-stop Hell design. I always wish they made a bigger version of this knife. I think it's absolutely beautiful, comfortable in hand. I can only imagine if it was bigger. But it looks like that blade is bigger than the handle to me. I don't know why every time I've seen it. Nice and slicey blade because you got thin blade stock. See, there's O-stop Hell. And the blade steel on this one is CPM S35VN. Titanium scales with that nice bronze stonewash finish with the titanium hardware, titanium polished backspacer, hidden lanyard. Just a really cool knife. I did not even realize how small it was. I didn't even look at the specs whenever I bought it. But I have enjoyed this knife, and I've tested this knife a good bit. Excellent, excellent slicer. That is the Wee Knives MOTE and the Quiet Carry EDDY. Alrighty, number 6 coming in from Three Rivers Manufacturing. That is the Nerd. Very cool little knife. Hard to get though. I don't know if they're still doing runs of these, and expensive, but high quality, made in the U.S. Nice stonewash blade. Got the Three Rivers logo there. You can get it with contoured scales like this, 3D contoured. Mine's contoured micarta. Or you can get it with contoured G10 or flat for $10 less. These knives definitely aren't cheap. 20 CV blade steel, like I said, made in the U.S. I can almost get a 4-finger grip when I choke up on it. Nice and slicey, thin blade stock. And these come in at $189 for the contoured, $179 for the flat scales. And if these aren't available, I did put a great option in there, and that is coming from BESTECH Knives, and it is the BESTECH Engine, S35 VN steel, wearing my edge. I mean, these things take a screaming edge. Also a slicey blade. They got several blade shapes. You can choke up on this one, get a 4-finger grip. $158 for the BESTECH Engine, riding on bearings. This one's riding on washers. Number 7, coming from KANSEPT Knives, is the KANSEPT Goblin. This particular Goblin's in S35 VN steel, $138. An excellent utility style knife. I use it often like this. That way this comes right there. You can excellently do some detail work. It is a front flipper, as you can see. Nice action, riding on bearings. Oops. Titanium frame lock. Black coated hardware and clip and backspacer, and they had another version of it as well. Definitely a fidgety knife and a sharp knife. They are about to release pretty soon the XL version of this, and if my review hasn't came out yet of the prototype, y'all stay tuned for it. Alrighty, number 8, coming from Urban EDC as an exclusive. This is Justin Lundquist Baby Barlow. They sent this over for me to check out, and I gotta say, I'm in love with this knife. I love that blade shape. I really hope they make a bigger version of this. I know they have the KANSEPT Revere, but that's with the clip point. I want this blade shape. Very, very cool. Comfortable scales, nice and softened, rounded on the corners. Looks nice. You can get it in G10 or titanium, and I think one micarta option. Nice deep carry pocket clip. They are only right-hand tip-up only. But if you happen to miss the pre-order, which is going on right now for these, an alternative to this one would be the SPYDERCO TECHNO 2. You get somewhat of that same blade shape, but a much beefier package. XHP steel. This one, I forgot to say, it was M390. $200 on this one, and $231 on this big tank of a knife. XHP, very, very smooth on bearings. It's a Marcin Sleesh design. Wire pocket clip. Both of these are pretty awesome knives. Alrighty, number 9, coming from CIVIVI. That is the Baby BANTER. I have not done a review on this one yet. Not sure if I am or not. If y'all would like to see it, y'all let me know. But really cool little knife. This is another little big knife. I can get 4-finger grip on there. It's a tiny one though. I have its bigger brother as well, and that's why I want to try it out. So this is the original one. This is the baby version of it. This particular one comes in Nitro V steel. I think these were S35 in the first run. Blue, it looks like anodized titanium thumb studs, riding on bearings, liner lock, very, very lightweight because there's only a liner on just the lock side, flow through construction, nice deep carry pocket clip, left or right hand tip up only, easy access, very fidgety knife, very cool, very slicey as well because you don't have super thick blade stock, comes down to a nice thin edge. And Nitro V is a really nice stainless steel. You can get the Baby BANTER for $59. I think that's a no-brainer if you're into these small knives. Alrighty, the last one is probably the one I need to get my head examined for the most, and it's coming from MICROTECH, and it is the MICROTECH Mini TROODON. These bad boys come in at a whopping $300. Made in the USA. Let's see if I can show you this. M390 steel. Now, I will say this. This is my go-to cardboard breakdowner because I can keep this in my watch pocket, and I usually pierce the box with the Tanto portion, and then I grab it like this, pull up with it, or just grab it like that and do whatever cuts I have. You know, it's definitely an overpriced knife, which I'm sure you can argue every one of the ones I've shown are. But always like the TROODON out the front from MICROTECH. I want one of the regular ones so bad. The Combat's a little big for me, but the regular TROODON, one day I will get one, either a Tanto or drop point. So there you go. That is my top 10 exceptional small knives, 2.5 inches and under. If you have any questions about anything in particular, you let me know down below. If y'all like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with me down in the comment section. And I hope everybody is having an absolute wonderful day. I will see you guys and girls on the next one. Peace.